Hey, Johnny Blaze, Mr. Hollywood, and Marine Mike. I know you guys did an awesome job this season on Into the Crease. You provided play by play live interviews for the Hockey League, 239hockey.net. And I just want to say hi to everyone. Brick for Vezina. I guess he deserves it. All right, take care of yourself.
Hello, hello, hello. Happy January 17th of 2021. We are the Flan Fan Show. I am joined by some awesome people tonight. You know, the king of media himself, Mr. Hollywood. Mr. Overall number one pick there, Mr. Marine Mike, and a special guest, Mr. Hollywood. Why don't you join him? Why don't you introduce this gentleman here?
That's right, Johnny. Hey, I know we're all excited. Season's about to start tomorrow night. Same time, about this time right now. Tomorrow we'll kick off. But before we go there, we just coming off from one of the biggest drafts here in 239 history. I'm talking about season 18 draft that went down last week. And what a happening here. What a great turnaround. What a great job by both captains, the community, the admins on there, and getting this thing done. And we're going to go over that here. We're going to take a look at the rosters, who went where, how much bods each captain spent on how much, who the top five, highest bidders, bods in the draft. And also we got the Pierre's top rankings here, the power rankings for the preseason. So we'll take a look at that. As always, we're going to be monitoring the chat here, take any comments, suggestions on here. And as always, fellas, I'm joined here by none other than Giant918. What's going on, Giant?
www.239hockey.net. Follow us on Twitter at 239hockey. This isn't one of the biggest ones, as Hollywood stated. This is the biggest draft that 239 Hockey has ever had in its history. So it's very impressive. Lots of exciting things going on. Tons of teams. We got some rankings as well, as Hollywood said. Shout out to Blaze and Hollywood for putting this production together, guys. And this isn't typical that I'm here. So I'll start seeing you guys again towards the end of the season. It's been absolutely exciting. End of season 17, beginning of season 18. I'm fucking pumped up. I hope you guys are pumped up. I think you guys are fucking pumped up. So it's a very exciting time over here. Blaze, why don't we move on to some of these slides that you got over here in this beautiful production we got tonight?
Yeah, and before I begin, I just wanted to say, Mr. Hollywood and Murray Mike, we're going to have to try to work this through because your cameras are still not showing. So we're going to have to try to work through that through the show. I'm not sure what's going on. Could be a Discord thing. So as soon as we can get that figured out, we'll definitely do that. So we can, I don't know.
Let me guess, made in China, right?
Potentially, that could be an issue. But we have all the team rosters set. We have the roster breakdown we're going to go through, and then we're going to go through the top list, the rankings, the power rankings, as always. And like you said, Giant, this draft was a huge one. This one lasted, 4 hours, I think, from 8:30 to 12:30, and it went smoothly. Congratulations to everyone involved on a smooth draft.
Yeah, considering the amount of players, the amount of teams on there for that amount of time, that was great. I think we only had like one pause on the draft, and that was involving that 63 bod for Rapid Cal,
the record,
which had to be paused off. But outside of that, I thought it went rather quickly. I expected it to be a lot longer than that. So hats off to everybody involved, captains, the admin, Sniper, Johnny Blaze, you back here, man. I mean, you guys all got it done. You got it done quick.
All right, so I guess we could go through some of the we want to go through the rosters first.
Yeah,
and
that works.
I have them in alphabetical order, so let's go with this here. So let's go with our first group here called the Backdoor Bandits. So what do we know about these guys?
Well, Backdoor Bandits, you got the captain, first-time captain, I think, in this league, but he's been here for a long time. That's Ozzy. He went with first. He picked up Marty McFly for 30 bods.
Okay.
Then the Cougar Hunter was a rookie here last season. Tremendous defenseman. He got him for 41 bods. Welcome back, Clancy, to the league. He went for 9 bods. Dangles X10 for 7. Dusty Nation, only 2 bods for him. Rookie here, Wen. Going for 9. He's a part-timer along with Dusty. And then also another guy I haven't heard much about, Gucci Harmony, going for a single bot on the dollar menu. That's Ozzy's team here. What do you guys think about this team here?
Yeah, I think Cougar Hunter and Marty McFly, those are absolutely correct bods for those two. And that is essentially the backbone of the team. The rest of them, they're below $10. And so... This is what Ozzy thinks that he could do with this team this season. He thinks he can be successful, and there's just so much competition here. It's going to be hard to see. Marine Mike, what do you think?
Is Mike here?
Look like Mike backed out. Maybe to try to fix the camera issues. Again, anybody? Looks like we got some people tuning in. I don't want my ugly mug to be on this thing the whole time. We're just having some camera issues. Mr. Hollywood Cam and Murray Mike's Cam aren't showing up for whatever reason, but we're going to try to work through that. Mr. Hollywood, what do you think about this? What do you guys think about this team? I think Marty McFly for 30 bods is a great deal. He's a heck of a player. He can get it done on both ends of the ice. Cougar Hunter, who was one of our rookies last year, had a tremendous season. 41 bods. The guy's well worth it. He had a heck of a run in the playoffs there. I really like Dangles for 7 bods. This is a quality player. You got him for that much, and we got a good, Ozzy. It looks like we're saying Ozzy is a second or third time captain. It's been a while. So thank you, Young Kelch and Mr. Anderson, for that correction. It looks like Ozzy's been a couple times captain, but it's been a while.
Yeah, so okay, all right, so good correction on that. As far as this team, some people actually told me that they think Marty McFly may have went overpaid in this roster here. I don't know about that. 30 bots, I think is a fair amount, especially the number of captains, the number of teams, number of bots available in this draft. But one guy... it's Cougar Hunter, 41 bots, his second season here. Now we seen him last season, but you got to understand that was with Bomber on the ice. Yeah. That was with having the Vezina nominee Brick City in that there. That was also with Odd Guy. Now it's a whole different team here. Can he duplicate that performance? For him to go 41 bots, I think that was a bit too high, man. A bit too high for defensemen, my personal opinion. But as far as the team here, I think it's pretty solid. Ozzy himself, tremendous with the puck. I think he got Dusty Nation a great deal for 2 bots only. Yeah. I thought he was going to go a little bit higher. You mentioned Dangles as well. But then you got Dangles. He hasn't really had that starting spot here yet. He's been the guy that filled in, been there. Is he going to be one of the starting 6 here for this team? And then you got Clancy. Clancy hasn't been here a couple seasons now as well. He came in 1 season ago, then he went back off. How does that transition here in NHL 21? I believe he's the goaltender here for this team. So we'll see how that fares off. But I don't know. I just think Cougar Hunter went for a lot more than he should have.
Okay.
But he still finished the draft. I think he got who he wanted. He still was left with 11 bots on the board that he did not use. Should he have used those to get maybe somebody else on there towards the later draft? I think towards the later there. I don't know much about Gucci Harmony or this Wen guy.
He's a new guy,
we'll see.
Isn't he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody? If you have nothing else, you want to move on to the next team here?
Yeah, we can move on.
All right, I'm going to go in alphabetical order because that's the way I have them. that are conveniently arranged. I love this. I love this little logo they use here. The bench warmers. Captained by Flaming Dragon. Heck of a guy. Heck of a captain. Did a great job last season. He put together a great team last season. Looks like he put together a great team this season. A lot of solid players. He's got B. Cripps for 30 buds. All right. Mr. Anderson. Great guy. Great player. Nick the Greek, Magilla, Dualism, and J Squad.
Yeah, I mean, Flaming Dragon he's a dangerous guy by himself. So he's trying to lock it up in the crease with B. Cripps, Mr. Anderson, and shout out to Nick the Greek and Magilla, the veteran. I don't know if he's got 5 or 6 grandkids now, so congrats, Magilla. And it's absolutely wonderful. This team looks very well rounded. I think they're going to be a pretty dangerous team. They are going to be anything but bench warmers, Holly.
Okay, I like that.
I agree.
I see what you did there.
I agree. Look, Flaming Dragon came in last season, first-time captain, and impressed a lot of people. I think he's going to do it again here this season. And what did he do? He did exactly the same thing he did last season. He went for B. Cripps. He got him at 30. I think at 30, B. Cripps is underpaid,
Yes.
considering,
Yes.
the guy that's, put up great numbers here in this league consistently. So he went with that, which worked for him last season, got him into the playoffs. Maybe this season gets him further. And then he's going with Mr. Anderson for 42 bars. It was kind of high on there, but Mr. Anderson is a jack of all trades, man. Put him anywhere on that ice. But I would put him at forward here on this team, definitely. Nick the Greek's on there as well. Nick had a pretty good start last season until the later half on there, but then he started getting moved around the ice. Good to see Magilla here getting a starting spot here.
Absolutely.
Looks like he'll be playing in that for them. And I think he got a good deal with Dualism. I don't know if many captains didn't know who this guy was, but that's Yin, so
Yin, yep.
Whether he traped or not on there, he got him for only 7 bods, which is great. I thought Yin played tremendous D last season. And so he's got a lot of the pieces that he had pre-season. I think he kind of improved from last season. I like this team. And, Flaming Dragon himself, tremendous player. And, as a captain, that's great to have.
Yeah, I mean, Flaming Dragon looks like he maintained a couple. He has B. Cripps, and he's got Dualism, a.k.a. Yin, from last season. So he's familiar with these guys. He played with them last season. I'm sure he probably really wanted Marty to try to retain that core group that we had last season. They had last season. I say we because I was part of that team as well. Some folks in the chat, some folks saying, Yin might be a little overpaid.
Oh, come on, Knife, man. You gotta be seven bonds overpaid? What do you expect him to go for 5? Guy plays defense, too. You know what I mean? So as a defenseman, at that amount, get out of here, man.
Sorry, Knife. I don't mean to put you out like that, but no, I'm just but no, that's a good. We know the Flaming Dragon himself. I mean, there was games that he was just carrying on his back. I mean, if he can be a monster when he wants to be. You release the Kraken and boom, there he goes. So he's a great player himself. Great captain, great guy to play with. So
absolutely, man, absolutely.
You guys see down below, we have the results of the draft, which if you didn't tune in for the draft show, you can see who went for what to who down below. So
it's great to have, man. It's great to have. We still have that in the archives on there, because you can't find it anywhere else. I couldn't see it. I couldn't find it anywhere. So it's good that we still have that, Great job, man, getting that saved.
Anybody just tuning in, I apologize. You're probably looking at my ugly mug, but we're still having camera issues with Hollywood and Mike. It's just showing me a loading screen. Here's what it's showing. That's the squares of.
I could take the green screen off.
Maybe try that. But while we're working with that, I guess we'll move back to the next. Slide. Anyways, let's go back to I love this team name, the Brokeback Mountaineers, captained by none other than Sean.
That meme is absolutely fantastic.
I'm a little. It makes the hairs on my arm. It's a little something, but it works. I like it. Very creative. He's got Levins, Thamps, Lappy, Bobby Banner, the man himself, Legion. the legend himself, Legion, and Crazy Yeti Killer rounding out that group. And speaking of Crazy Yeti, there he is. Grind. And thank you for the compliment, Anderson. Much appreciated, buddy.
Yeti actually was picked up off the waivers because he finished the draft. He had no more bods left. So here's a captain that used all his bods, and I like him, man. Actually, I think he had some left, but he ended up picking up Crazy Yeti nonetheless from the waivers. Legion is a good pick there. 9 bods, man. Goaltender. Bobby Banner, aka one bod, $1 there. The big pickup here, I think, is Lappy for only 16. I think that's very underpaid. I know he's a rookie. Maybe a lot of guys don't know about this guy, but I seen him play, and he's a tremendous player. I think he'd be a tremendous asset to this team. And one other guy, Thamps, man. I think Thamps went underpaid. Here's a guy that plays. Sometimes he doesn't. Sometimes he goes to other leagues. Sometimes he comes back. I don't know if that had anything to do with it, or maybe the guys just don't like him. There's 30 bots for Thamps is a steal here. I think Mosh got him at a great price. He had to pay a little bit more for Levens, and it's back-to-back seasons now. You know, rookie season for Levens, he was the highest paid, I believe, rookie, and now he's coming back here, 44 bods. Almost had the highest bods out of any player as well. The only guy that beat him was Bomber.
Yeah, second highest, yep.
So, but hey, look, Mosh got it to work. He was able to get him. He's got a tremendous offense line. This team is going to score a lot of points. Yeah, this is going to be and if Legion plays the way he did last season, I see this team going far, man.
It's concerning about Thamps, though, what you said. So there could be a reliability factor, but he's got to be somewhat reliable if Moss is paying 30 bods for this guy. You know what I'm saying? He's got to have some information over here that he was able to get him for that amount. If that's an underpaid amount, that he's going to be there, reliability. You know, every night that they have games and stuff. You know, every night they got a series.
I think people forget how good Thamps is, man. Listen, Thamps, when he was a captain here a couple seasons ago, did a tremendous job. People forgetting about the Sunnydale. I don't, man. I never forget. So, and you put him now with Levens. You put him with Mosh. Oh, man. He's going to have a fun season this season. That's for sure. And the Thamps making correction on their availability is no problem. So,
even better,
so
right?
Why he only went for 30? I don't know.
So this is a guy you're getting full-time for good, right? For 30 bods, you got a guy who's going to be there all the time. Even better from a shot pump. And the boys of Brokeback Mountaineers. So, like I said, like I just said in the chat, you know, Thamps is like Wu-Tang. He's forever.
Just imagine that logo. That logo might go on the belt, man.
Can you imagine that logo right there being on the belt, the 239 belt?
Excuse me, that logo is stunning.
It is very
brave.
stunning. But there's some other pretty good ones too.
Jenner.
We got some great teams.
I don't see what the issue is.
And you can't have that logo if your team's not going to be good, man. So you know to start the season right there, just with that, you know, it's going to be a team to force with.
All right, so if we're going to move on to the next team, the next team took a page out of the Washington football team's page and decided to name themselves the Buffalo Hockey Team. I kind of chuckled at this one. I like it, and it's Captain Young Buffalo, and so it's a great double entendre, I guess you can call it. It's great. He's got Cobb, who's got Hall of Fame. He's got Elias Frank, Barrett 50, Sir Puffington, and Geineman. Nice overall group of guys here.
I love this squad, and listen, the team name Buffalo Hockey Team goes well, man. I think he didn't have a team name or something might have happened.
It works.
So
Stick with it.
Buffalo
It works.
Hockey Team. So the logo, the team, but let's look past that though. Look at his team, man. Cobb for only 25. I love Cobb. I'm a Cobb guy. I'm a big Cobb guy, man. We've done so many in the crease shows, and how many times has Cobb come through in the playoffs? He came through, for the championship team.
He was
for
GWG.
only 25. That's crazy. The guy below him there, Hall of Fame. You see at 39 bots. But in a little while, we're going to look at the other defensemen that went 40 plus. Hall of Fame was not even the top 5 highest paid defenseman, which is crazy because he should be, So Young Buffalo won with a lot of guys that he had last season. He had Same defensive core here. You got Hall of Fame. You got Geineman on here. Great prices. You got Cobb. I don't know much about the other guy though, Elitist Frank. But with a name like that, maybe he is. If he ends up being elitist, this is going to be a good team here. Young Buff at center, Cobb at the wing. You know, the only thing here, I mean, I look at Barrett. Barrett's a great player. He only got him for 12, which is great. You know, he misses the first games, which sucks, you know. But the only question mark I really have here is with Sir Puffington. Sir Puffington is the goaltender here for this team. I think availability might be an issue here with him. I know he's got that racing thing going on as well.
Okay.
Is he going to miss games? He's signed up as a full-time player, but I don't think they got any other backup goalie. This is it. So that's the only thing I think that could hurt this team. Outside of that, I think he's got a very good squad.
Now, guys, if there's an issue with the goalie over here, there's waiver wires for people that play goalie. Is that correct? They could get somebody off the waiver wire or something like that?
It depends on who we got available, but yeah, it should be no problem.
You could, if there is. So I don't know. You know, I mean, there were so many goalies to choose from on here. He did go with Sir Puffington. I mean, Sir Puffington is a great name. Cracker Joe, you know, but availability, I think, really questions me if I was to draft him here. Hopefully it's not. If it's not, then this team will go far this season.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it looks good. I don't know enough about this elitist Frank, so that's a good question, too. He only spent 4 bods on him, so I don't think...
not a biggie.
I don't think there's that much of an issue, you know? Take a risk on somebody, a very marginal risk, you know, on somebody like that. I don't think there's any issue whatsoever.
All right. I guess we can move on to the next team. I also do like this team name here. Now, this wasn't changed, or was it changed? I can't remember, but this is, as far as I know, the Chinese finger traps.
Oh, man. yeah, they had to change the logo a bit. They ended up using the eggplant.
Oh, did they use the eggplant? Oh, I thought something changed on these guys. I was like, okay, that would be it. So this is captained by Hergsy himself. He's got a good overall group.
The controversial Hergsy always, man. I mean, when you got a guy like Gala on your team as well, you know, stuff like this happens, but... this looks like version 2.0 of Wash. I mean, you got Gala, you got Bills, you got Rapid Calf, Hergsy. The only guy you don't see here is Mashad Pa, and that's a big one here for me. But he did get Rocco, great price, 12. He's only part-timer. He did get Civic, also part-timer, great defenseman, only 13 bods on him. And then he's got a couple of rookies here. He's got a rookie goaltender in Death. And he's got another rookie there in Mike Zero.
Mike Zero, yeah.
I don't know much about
it. I mean, Hertz is elite himself, so he wanted to get Rapid Cap. I agree with that. And the rest he got for, you know, decent amounts. 10, 12, 13, 12, even on some of the part-timers or whatever. So it was very strategic over here. You mentioned this as well, Hollywood, that he does not have Mosh on the team. This team will still be very successful. And, you know, maybe they play the Chinese national anthem before every game.
Oh, man.
Oh, there you go.
China.
I'm still giggling at Schwartz over here. He's dropping some bombs tonight. He's saying Gala overpaid at 2 bods.
Oh, man.
Poor Gala. If you're watching this, man, oh, man, you're getting stomped on here.
Oh, man.
Good looking group there, though.
Herx must like selling. I mean, he took him second time 2 seasons in a row, so he wouldn't have done that unless he was just throwing up Gala there. Maybe he thought somebody else was going to bid on him, but
right.
You know, but I don't think that's the case. Like I said, he went with a lot of guys that worked for him last season, have great availability. And then he took some chances here with some guys, you know. Like I said, Rocco, I think, is a good pickup as a part-timer. And we'll see how the rest does. He's got a rookie goaltender here as well. So, but 44 for Rapid Calf, man, that's a lot.
He initially went for 63, but that changed real quick. So
he could have went to 54. I think he was still left with like 10 bods at the end of this draft. Anyway.
All right, I guess Guess we can move on to the next team. Boy, cover your ears. My boy's next to me. Clarksville Blockers. Another one I had a good laugh at. Captained by Caberlet, who didn't, if I recall correctly in the draft, he didn't select anybody. He was one of the ones who kind of waited. His roster was empty right up until, 3/4 of the way in. But here he is. He's got K-Dog. Disney is greedy. Noto 44. Butcher's son. Excellent, and Butcher played excellent last season. Nicky Pats and Gronk. Interesting looking squad here, right?
Yeah.
But unfortunately, that's all it is, Blaze. It's a decent looking squad, and I don't know how much success they're going to have. I love the team name, and it's absolutely. I mean, that cock looks very angry in that picture. So it's just a fantastic name, fantastic logo for the team. I mean, this is just the way I see it. Gronk is only worth $1, Holly. Is that right, Gronk?
I heard good stuff about Gronk. I know he's a rookie.
I heard that too. I heard good stuff about him too.
Gronkowski had a good night tonight. So is Gronk going to be good? I heard good stuff. He's only a rookie, so that's why he went for the one bod. Maybe a lot of guys did not know much about him. You got Nicky Pats, who's going to be joining us on the In the Crease this season.
That's a big one.
He went for good six. But I like his picks here. K-Dog at only 18, I think is very good.
Excellent.
I think there's another guy that a lot of people overlooked here. You look at last season, he went for like 20 plus, or like I think close to like 30 bots, and he didn't even have defense on his sign up. This season he does, and he's only going for 18. Oof. I mean, that's a good deal. Disney Greedy for 40 is a rookie here. But listen, I've heard you talk about hearing good stuff. You check out EASHL. You check out the rankings. This is top 3 in the world. And defense, man. So, he's got to be good.
This guy doesn't go for 40. This guy doesn't go for 40 bots for no reason. There's something there. A lot of guys talking about him. A lot of guys say good stuff about him. So I'm actually really excited to see this guy in action. I want to see what he's all about.
And even Noto, man. Noto for 11. I heard that guy. So we heard a lot about this team. A lot about
bunch of ringers on this team. Maybe there are a bunch of ringers on this team. We'll see what happens.
We gotta see how they perform, though, man. That's the key. They may be great. They may be great EASHL. They may be great in other leagues. But when it comes down to, gotta see if all the pieces do, work here for Caberlet. I thought his team was good last season, but then look what happened. They ended up being the last two, second to last. Finished in the season, so I believe Caberlet is playing offense on this team, so that's another question mark on there. Usually a defenseman, but looks like he drafted defensemen. K-Dog Disney Greedy is playing defense, so Caberlet himself is going to be playing up front with this squad. So I think that kind of could be a good thing or could be a bad thing, but we'll see.
I got a couple comments in the chat. Colin Ellie in the chat saying Disney. He's confirming that Disney is a beast. Disney King Dog saying Disney top D-man in this league. So yeah, a lot of people are speaking on his behalf. Young Kelch mentioning Noto might win the Calder, and Crazy Eddie a killer mentioning that Jason Blaze now has 3 kids.
Wow! Congratulations,
Jason Blaze. 3 kids with probably some third random. I'm not getting into that, but
Jason Blaze has 3 kids.
Yikes!
Wow.
Yikes! Much love to you, Jason. All right, let's go on.
Shout out to Jason Blaze. Shout out to Jason Blaze.
Shout out to Jason Blaze.
He's a baby making machine. He's not up to the level that Yeti is, but he's getting there.
All right, next team, guys. We got this one's called. I like this one too. Dora's Backpack. Creative. I like it.
Yeah. I used to watch that with my daughter religiously when she was younger.
Me too. Backpack. Captain by Swizz World.
Yeah.
So this team we got
Swizzy returning. This is like his 3rd, 4th season captain on here. Hasn't had really much success on here. Has had pretty solid teams though. I like his draft here, man. He's got Flowed for 32. Zero Pain, a rookie, but supposedly he's supposed to be pretty decent. You got Black and Gold. He had him last season.
Yeah,
he goes with him again here. Barzy, Beer Nuts as his goalie, and another rookie here, Slot Mania. For Float, I think it was a great pickup at 32 bods only.
Yeah, that is underpaid. Underpaid, in my opinion. That's a fantastic pickup by Swizz.
Before the draft, we had Float as one of the top 5 defensemen in the draft. You look at the bods, which we're going to get to shortly. He's not even on that list, not even close, man. 32 bods. I think that was a great steal. Even though he's playing defense this season, I know he's had all those trophies last season as a forward, but still, regardless, this guy's a hockey player, man. He's got hockey IQ on here, and I think Swizzy did a great job in picking him up on here. But stuff to be seen here. Zero Pain, Barzy, Sloth Mania. How good are these guys? We'll see. You know, it's a very young team, very young guys here. Besides Float and Swizzy, the rest of these guys are either first season or their second season here in this league.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
All right. We'll move on.
Maybe Float is Float the guy that's wearing the backpack or what?
Dude, that backpack has everything. I mean, it's got maps in there. The map is in there too, I think, and all kinds of stuff, bro.
Yeah, we got some laws.
You probably got an
M16
over there and an AK in that fucking thing too, man. That's what.
You can put anything. You can put the army in there. The army's in there. Put your weed in there. So we got some laws. Actually, Giant Crazy Yeti did confirm he has some kids he doesn't even know about. So he's obviously been down to Atlantic City. You know, he did his thing. Had some kids he don't know about. He went back to Toronto. He did his thing. You know what I mean? Schwartzy with the laws, with this team names. So, good times. So, jeez.
Fantastic. Shout out to all you guys in the chat. Young Kelch, Yeti, Black and Gold Schwartz, too.
I'm giving Schwartzy the award for most lulls in the chat. He's just bringing out his A game tonight. I love it.
Yeah, PST, Professional Shit Talker. He's pretty good. I've been checking him out periodically in chat.
Next team is captained by the season 17 champ himself, Odd Guy. The Eagle Fang Puckers. So I see a trend here with the name. Everybody's gonna be, every team's gonna be called Puckers. You know, the Pittsburgh Puckers, Cobra Kai Puckers, Daniel San, Lou Russo Puckers. Now it's the Eagle Fang Puckers. Good time. So here we go. Good guys here. We got Odd Guy, Bomber, Ian the Berean, Sober, Tomahawk, Roman, Jetty, and Evil Prophet rounding out that group.
Listen, a lot of times you look at Odd Guys draft, you're like, you kind of question, like, is it going to be good? Is these guys, and then they end up doing good, man. They end up, listen, he went with Bomber. It worked for him last season. And they won the cup, you know. Now Bomber's playing defense, his rightful position.
Yep.
And he went for the most spots, not only as a defenseman, but most spots, period, in this draft at 45. But I think it was a great pick here for Odd to take him. Because he got the rest of the guys there at a fairly good price. Ian, Sober, Tomahawk, all went pretty low. Even Roman as a part-time player. Then you got Jedi on there, 2 bots only. That's a steal. And then his goaltender, Evil Prophet, only 1 bot. So I think Odd's got a pretty good squad here, man. You know, when you got Bomber on your team, you're gonna be you got to be decent.
Yeah, agreed. I think Ian was underpaid as well. Silver sounds about right what he paid for him.
Yeah.
But he got a couple of these other guys just for a couple of bods. An Evil Prophet, I don't know how much he's going to do in net. If that's their goalie, we'll see. You guys said there were a lot of availability for goalies out there. And so some of these goalies went absolutely very cheap, Blaze.
Yeah. Listen, for Odd Guy to get Bomber at 45 bods and then to finish the draft where he still had 17 bods left, you know, so that's tremendous on there for Odd Guy to pull that out. Should he have got somebody else with that 17 bods? I mean, he could have, definitely went up higher. for either Ian or Sober, and maybe get one of the top 5 wingers on here. But you never, when the draft starts, he dished out that 45 early. He dished out the 21.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't know how the draft was going to go. Had he known that, maybe he would have, because leaving 17 on the board there, it's not like you could transfer that over to next season. So I think maybe he could have switched a couple guys, but maybe this is the team he was looking to get, man. He liked who he has on here. And like I said, with Bomber on there, odd guy, that's a great defensive team there. They're going to be good, man, defensively.
Yeah, this is going to be a solid team. I mean, Roman for 8 bods is a great deal. Roman had tremendous playoffs last year. He's got familiarity with Mr. Odd Guy. Ian the Berean, he's been an overall solid player throughout his career here in 239. Sober enough for 14 is probably I'd say it's a big steal. He's had some tremendous seasons. So this is a good-looking squad right here. Odd Guy's going to look to capitalize and try to repeat on season 17 success. Some of the comments in the chat mentioning that Evil Prophet lags out a lot. So I don't know if this is a consistent issue. But things happen. Let's see if that gets rectified. You get those guys like, oh, that guy's he's got that horrible internet. He's playing for McDonald's all the time. So who knows?
Yeah,
he's got a cup though, man. He's got a cup in the last 3 seasons. So
yeah. If you guys are ready to move on to the next game, the next team is
ready.
Game Misconduct, captained by a legend himself, Colonelli. He's been around the block, and his pick. And now this is the one that I'm raising an eyebrow at in a good way. Is I want to see I'm curious about how NJ Ski performs. This is a guy we know for a long time, has always been a tremendous player in the NHL games. So he's been out for a while, certainly not out of this league, but here he's back again. Goes for 38 bods. And now Colony has got Mox, Blazing Rick, Ions Get Tired. Sorry if I mentioned that wrong. Disnub, and Knife in Your Guts. All right, so this is an interesting squad here, right? I mean, Knife in Your Guts for 4 bods, great deal. Knife in Your Guts is always reliable. He's been around the league for a while. Disnub.
Yeah, this is pretty much Team LG right here. Okay. So it's going to see how long they're going to be staying in the league before they start getting Rule 1 because things aren't going the way they like it. We tend to see that a lot of
these guys. I don't know any of these guys to do this. So shout out to Colonelli. Shout out to NJ Ski. Don't get tired. I don't know any of them to be flakes and shit like that. They eat shit. And that's it. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Maybe Colonelli will make some moves and shit too, But NJ Ski has been a known quantity for over a decade. So when you see him out there, I think he's going to go for that kind of price. Hollywood?
Yeah. Listen, before the draft takes place, everybody looks at Colonelli, and right away, you even look at Pierre Maguire's captain rankings. He ranked him as a B-, right off the bat. But one thing you can't take away from Colonelli, he drafts well, man. And I haven't seen a draft where Colonelli drafted poor. Like the guys that he drafted was, I'm like, why did he pick him up? You look at this list, who he picked up, man. Yes, he went with NJ Ski. Then he went with Mox on there. 2 guys that have played together successfully. Now, we haven't seen Mox had a good season here in 239 yet. But you got to look at the teams that Mox played for, they weren't great, now he has a chance. He's got a great partner here with him that he knows his play style. So for Guy, I think this season is the season for Mox to show everybody what he's capable of doing. We haven't seen it yet. And to be that comeback player here this season. This snub for only 9 bots. That's crazy. This stuff had a tremendous rookie year for Young Buffalo's team. I think that was a tremendous steal. You put him with NJ Ski and Mox, that's a good forward line right there, And then it's going to come down to the defense here on this team. You got Colonelli. He went with rookie here and Tired. He spent 20 decent amount on him, so his guy's got to be somewhat good. Other captains bid on him as well. And what a great player to have also a knife in your guts, a guy that could play numerous positions on the ice here. Should one of the guys not make it or not be there, you know? Then you got Blazing J. Rick as your goaltender. He calls himself the GOAT. So he's got to be good, right? I like Connor's draft. Like I said, on paper, he usually does have a good draft team. How they perform, we'll see.
Yeah, agreed on that.
Absolutely. Let's see who was the next. All right, we got the 239 Globetrotters, captained by we got a dual captain here, Pale and Croydon. Now on this squad, we got Sauce Walker, Kane, Borat Wiggs, Veds 30, OV8, Adrenaline, and PHJ 314. I'm looking at this. Okay. All right.
You guys talking about ringers before, man. This is a ringer team right here. Okay. Croydon brought his guys in on here that not many people know, about. So you look at it here, it's like, why did Pill draft this guy? No, Croydon Knight drafted these players, man. He brought these guys into the league. So, guy like Borat, guy like Veds, Ovi, nobody knows about these guys, man. That's why they went for that amount. 7 bots, 15 on there. And I think they're going to do real well here. You add in Sauce Walker, who's been tremendous last couple seasons here. All the seasons he's played in this league. With Pale, with Croydon, this is going to be a tough team, man. Then
I think these guys are going to be among the best teams out there right over here.
You got Kane in
I'll give it to week 2 before Pale starts trading 50% of his team away.
Well, not so fast, man, because he's a co-captain this season. If Croydon has a word on that. So
my comment still remains the same.
He's still feeling it. He's still feeling the fire sale.
That's the thing, man. Where Pale had full reigns before, where he could just trade anybody. I don't think it's going to be the case here, especially that Croy is the guy that drafted most of these guys, or brought most of these guys here into the league. I think it'll be his more word in trading those players as opposed to Pale. So, Pale wasn't even going to captain this season, but he is on there. And I wouldn't be surprised if Croy plays most of the season.
Okay. Yeah, glad to see Pale back. I know he
the only thing here I'm looking, I don't know how well this defense is going to be. I know these guys are going to be scoring a lot of points, man. They got a lot of talent on here, a lot of things that we heard about, Croy himself. But is Croy or Pale going to be playing defense? That's the thing, because I look at the roster here, I see a lot of tremendous forwards on this team. Not so on defense. You got Kane, but he's only part-time. What about the other night? So if Pale is maybe playing defense on the other night, we'll see.
I'm wondering about this guy right here, Borat. Is that the guy that I'm thinking? Is that the guy? Is that you? You hiding? That's Borat QC, ain't it? From the old
Borat QC.
You remember that guy?
Oh man!
Hey man, I need to know your tricks. Can you show me your tricks? Do you have them?
Sacre blue.
How you
Somebody
do
got to confirm. Somebody got to confirm that, man.
How you do curve shot? 9 HL9 curve shot. No, I'm just busting, but all right. I guess we can move on to the next.
Hey, when Schwartz says in the chat he's played with the guy and he's pretty good, that's got to say something, man.
I'm just busting on you, Borat. You're probably a good dude. I can't wait to see you out there on the ice, bud. Next team we have on here. I like this logo. It's a really cool looking logo. We got the Imagination Station, captained by McDollar Menu. He's got Dutch MDK. He's got Epic. Solo player, Sniper, John Monkey, Shotgun, and Shilf. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Shaif.
You might have it right.
You forgot a name, sir. Sir. You forgot a name.
Is there another name on this team?
Yes, there is, sir.
And who is that?
And that person went number 1 overall in the entire draft.
That's right, Marine Mike.
Let's check that one off my bucket list. I don't care. You know what? I do not care that I went for 1 bot. I don't care if it's an auction draft. Number 1 overall, check mark.
So we got a lot of guys in the chat saying shotgun for 1 bot is horrible.
Yeah. Is shotgun overpriced? But I mean, listen. No, I think a lot of guys just chirp shotgun. Man, shotgun's a decent player.
Yeah,
man.
Mike, you're on Joe's
seen
team.
him play. That's good. We know shotgun's a solid goaltender, and that's what we know him as. But he's no slouch on the ice, man. So 1 bot is a good deal here for him. John Monkey had a good season last season. To only go for 5 bots is great. You know, they got a good goaltender and sniper, 20 bots. He's coming back. He's got goaltending on his sign up. I think the guy that's got to prove worthy of the bots is Dutch. Dutch going at 40
Yeah, there's
bots.
no question. That's a big amount that he got drafted for. He needs to back it up. He can't just be winning face-offs, dude. You got to be scoring points. You got to be getting assists. You know, and time will tell, man. But it's you know, I mean, he ended up getting sniper, like you said. Epic he got for 17. So we'll see what happens, guys.
Is he worth it? Is he worth it at 40? What do you guys think in the chat? Overpaid or underpaid for Dutch? Hey, we seen last season Kurdok, he took my shot punt. What happened, man? That team went right down the ice, man. So is it going to happen here? First time captain, McDollar menu, you know, going with Dutch. Things don't work out. I wouldn't be surprised he starts making trades early.
Yeah.
All righty, next. Let's go on to the next squadron here, shall we? I kind of like this logo. I don't know if they're going to keep it. This is a team called Intellectual Property. Stoey Jopa, a familiar name in our league here. Mike, this is the team you're on.
Joe Stowe, man. Joe Stowe. Congratulations to the Buffalo Bills there, Joe Stowe, man.
Oh, that's right.
Captaining here. Taking Mike, taking Drug Monkey at 42, Crazy Legs 36, Cool Sam at 12, Notorious Figo only 3,
Okay.
Swag only 6, and then he picked up off the waivers Sarge because he didn't have any more bots left, so he had to wait till the waivers. But that's because he spent that big 1 bot on Marine Mike.
Yeah, I kind of
drained the bank, man. You're empty out the
I had
bank.
50 million people messaging me, and I just kind of like fucking all over the place. I apologize on that.
Look, I like this team, man. Drug Monkey 42, Crazy Legs 36. He spent almost everything on that. That was almost his entire budget. Ends up getting in a couple of filler pieces over here and there. And we'll see what happens. But that's obviously going to be the base of his team is going to be Drug Monkey and Legs. And we'll see. I suspect Joe Stowe. Shout out to Joe Stowe as well. I think he's obviously going to be playing center or one of the wings over here.
Yeah. Crazy Legs for 36 bots is a good pick, man.
Yeah, I
for
agree.
that amount. I thought Crazy Legs was going to be in the 40s easily. Drug Monkey seems to go up each draft, each season. Yeah. You know, he gets older, but his bots always go higher, man, which is great. Usually, you know, people start losing their skill or not so good, or there's new talent coming in.
Case in point, me.
Start playing better. But 42 bots for Draw, great job, man. But Murray Mike not knowing what team he's on, man, that's a concern for me, man. Joe, you gotta get him out. You gotta get him out of there as soon as possible, man.
Mike, you gotta make sure you go in the right locker room there, right?
Right now, I was going through the notes and I just missed where I was supposed to be and on the notes because I got distracted by other people messaging me, so I kind of jumped the gun there.
Mr. Hollywood does not mess up on the slides, man.
Your Google Docs just keeps sending me aids to my computer and keeps crashing me.
You guys are brutal with that. You guys are brutal in the chat. Oh, Mike, you're just getting dumped on, bud.
Wow, knife the fluffer.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, it's all in good fun. We all it's all respect. It's all good. Eddie, let's move along to the Mighty Ducks.
Intellectual property, man. They're gonna need some of that, man. Holy shit.
Lappy, you don't want to know what a fluffer is. So we got Mighty Ducks captained by Jelly. He's got Surprise Me, Superstar.
Who doesn't know where Fluffer is?
Slow, Yambag, and another familiar name here from some of the us old schoolers. Derek GNR comes back. And he goes
Great
right off
to
the bat
see.
for 15 bots.
Great to see Derek back
Great
in
to
the
see
league,
back,
man.
yeah.
Yeah,
He's
welcome
great, dude. I
back,
played on
Derek.
multiple teams.
Welcome back, buddy.
Multiple teams.
Look, what Jelly went into this draft, everybody, right off the back. I mean, here's one of the top forwards, if not the top forward in this league as a captain. That's pretty dangerous, man. And what does he do? He goes with Surprise Me at 38 bots. Great, man. Then he gets my stud goaltender and Superstar. And then later in the draft, you got Young Couch, you got Slow, Yambak, Derek GNR. I like this team. I think offensively it's going to be good. Defensively, I don't know, man. You got the albatross of 239 Yambak. Derek's been out for some time. They're going to be paired up on there. And also, Jelly looks like it's going to be playing center on there because you got Surprise Me on the wing.
Yeah.
You got Young Couch, unless Young Couch is playing center. I think that kind of that puts a lot more pressure on Yambak and Derek GNR defensively. If you don't have that center that could back check well, So if that does happen here, Superstar, watch out, man. He's gonna have to stand on his head, man.
Right? I agree with that.
Mike providing the Urban Dictionary definition of a fluffer in the chat. So if you don't know what a fluffer is, now you do now.
I wasn't going to try to interrupt you guys by explaining this. I decided to type it instead.
That's a great good time. But this is a good look.
That's because we got the chat on the video too, man. So it appears on there.
Oof.
Poor Mike.
Good looking squad.
I was worried about Brick City coming in the chat, typing stuff out. Not Marine Mike, man.
So we got Derek GNR, who's looks like he's going to be solely right D. He signed up only as right D. Superstar, the only guy who signed up as goalie. I don't know what Jelly can play, but so good looking squad. There's Lowe could also be the center. He's been around too. No real question. Great looking team here. Definitely, Derek's a very quiet guy. I know I played on teams and. The only time you'll ever hear Derek speaks at the end of the game, they're like, "Oh man, great game!" Be like, "Okay, thanks," and that's all. Derek's like, "Man, a few words."
Yep.
He's focused. He plays his game, and he's good, right?
Same thing with Superstar. You won't hear him at all.
Yeah, very quiet guy.
I know he plays in that.
Very
that
focused.
too, but so probably just gonna hear Yambak in this party and Couch's soundboard. That's it.
Oh, Kelch's soundboard is going to be definite a great contribution to that team. We had a good laughs with Johnny Kling's classics last season. So I like this logo. Being Canadian myself, I definitely like the logo of this next team. This is D-Mart's team. D-Mart and Dom. Some good old Canadian folks here. Team NDA. We got D-Mart / Dom co-captaining with C-Dub, Lime, Esoteric, another great name to see back. Wizzy War, Cortez, Ace Soul Agent, Ability coming back, and Hugh Laurie looking to capitalize on his one game, 67% shooting percentage from last season with the Niagara Ice Frogs.
What does this mean, NDA? No dirtbags allowed? No dickheads allowed? What does that mean?
I think isn't it a political party up there? I can't remember. No, it's NDP.
Maybe.
Sorry. I haven't lived in Canada in 20 years. It's been a while. I might be political. I'm not sure. We'll have to ask D-Mart or Dom. Gentlemen, any Canadians in the chat can kind of clarify what this is. But let's look at this team here. We have a lot of part-timers.
Lot of part-timers. And that's what scares me about this team.
But it could work. I mean,
it can. But here's the thing: look at the part-time, the teams last year in part-timers. They just failed to quite make it. I mean, because you don't build that chemistry.
Dominator Silver in the chat. Non-disclosure agreement. That's what this means.
Oh, non-disclosure agreement. Oh, smart. You gotta sign that shit before you get on the team because they talk mad shit, son. Oh man, that's funny.
All right, thanks for clarifying.
I mean, the names are no names. Shout out to Esto. Shout out to D-Mart, the Lime, Cortez, shout out to Cortez, an agent. You said it. They got a bunch of part-timers over here. They talk about the chemistry and stuff. Look, I don't know how frequently these teams, they practice together. But if these guys are good full-time, they'll be good part-time too. I think this team's got a chance since they got co-captains. They got a lot of people to fill in over here. It doesn't even look like it doesn't even seem that they even have to go onto the waiver wire because they got so many bodies on this damn team that they could be filled in at any point in time. That's the way I feel, guys.
They got the biggest roster of the whole group. You know, it looks like we got 3 full-time. And I'm guessing D-Mart's considered full-time and Dom. But, 6 part-time guys. So they got a great well of people to dig from. And with C-Dub in particular, you saw how well Odd Guy utilized C-Dub's part-time availability last season. C-Dub is a guaranteed solid performer. So, you got a great mixture here of guys. You got Cortez. Ability is going to be the guy. He's going to be in there once in a while. Agent. So it's going to be up to D-Mart and Dom to really work together and try to figure out, what your lineups are going to be. Try to formulate your best guys at any given time, given everybody's availability concerns. So great to see Esoteric back. Great to see Ability. Great to see Cortez. I like the group. We got a lot of comments in the chat about what NDA could stand for.
I don't know what's going on. No, I really think this is a very, very solid group of guys. They're all very talented at the game, and but I see this team going the distance. But the one thing that scares me is the fact that they're all part timers. So there's going to be a lot of jumping around. So that could play an effect in some chemistry.
You're going to see a lot of different lineups with this team. I think that'll be, in my opinion, that could work to their advantage. You're going to have this lineup one night, this lineup the next night.
Could.
Yeah, I like this team. I like this team a lot. So
no, it's a very. I like the team. A lot of veterans, a lot of cup winners on that team. They know how to get it done. So I like the team.
Despite C-Dub's part-time availability, I think C-Dub at 19 bods is a steal. The line for 20, a great deal. Wizzy War. I think everybody's kind of where they should be. Esoteric, he's been out of the league for a while. With 24, not a huge lot of bods to spend on a guy who hasn't been around for a while. He was great in the past in this league, and it's great to see him back. I think everybody's kind of right where they should be, if not a great steal. So. I like this.
Johnny, you bring up a good point, man. You want to know why you're feeling about this team? You know what NDA is going to stand for? You know what the N and D in NDA is? The next disaster. That's what this team is going to be. I don't like this team. I do not like this team at all. 10-man roster. You know how hard that's going to be to manage on there? Not only that. 10-man roster with 2 co-captains on top of that on there. Yes, he got a great deal in C-Dub. We thought C-Dub was going to go 20+ easily. 19, great deal. When you got your highest paid player on here is Esoteric at 24. Pack it up, man. When was the last time Esoteric played here? I don't remember. Some guy said it was like 2 seasons ago. I didn't see him. He must have been a ghost on here because I didn't see him at all. I didn't notice him on here. Look, Wizzy War, 16 bods, great. C-Dub, 19,
Wizzy
great.
War's a tremendous player.
Who the hell is playing defense on this team? I think there's going to be a lot of trades involved on this squad. You're going to see a lot of guys moved around here because I don't think defensively this team is ready. Okay,
I think D-Mart's going to play defense now.
He might have to. That's the thing. Dom and D-Mart may have to play defense. If they do, maybe they get a chance here. Because if they don't, I don't know who is going to play defense on here. I see this as a disaster team. 10-man rosters. I don't know why you would do that on here, but hey. He wants to try roll the dice on that.
You know what, Hollywood? You know what, Hollywood? You would make the perfect heel announcer in WWE. Like, hands down. You would be the heel announcer, hands down.
Listen, I'm a D-Mart guy, man. I love D-Mart. I vote for him voted for him on the Norris, which he won on here, but I did not like this draft. Maybe Dom Silva was the one that was involved in doing this draft, man, because I don't know. I mean, maybe you guys got it right. Maybe they're going to be playing defense because I think they have to on here. Who else? You going to put Hugh Laurie to play defense here? I mean, come on, man.
The way
part-time anyway. Hugh Laurie is part-time, isn't he?
Hugh Laurie's center right wing part-time.
You know, and you got Esoteric, the guy that's leading the pack here. That's the highest paid player on your team. Oh, I don't know, man.
I mean, I'm figuring Ace, Soul, and Agent are going to be kind of switching up on D. You know, Lime at net. So it's going to be.
I don't know. D-Mar proved me wrong, man. But
it's going to be a challenge. It's going to be figuring out your lineups and everybody's schedules and everybody's availability. It's going to be something. So I'll keep an eye on this team. See how this works out.
Last time D-Mar was a co-captain with Morty McFly, things did not go well.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right. Well, on to the next team we have. Now We Go. That's an interesting team name. Cool, whatever. It works. I like it. Captained by SBDR. And now he's got Chi-Town Beatdown. Great to see him back in the hockey action here for us. G.I. Joe Destro. Gleck. Falzak. Gumba. Sensei Dropshot. Estradios. Haven't heard that name in a long time. And EWTU Eric. So some long-time vets here.
Shout out to EWTU Eric, man. Middle of the road team. We'll see. SBDER. He's elite, isn't he? I'm pretty sure he's elite.
Absolutely, he's a great player.
Yeah, he is, man.
He's a great player.
Oh yeah. Look, SBDR brought so many guys. You know, you got SBDR, Stevie, best draft recruiter. And you're going to find out why this season on here. He brought a lot of new guys in, man. You got Chi-Town Beatdown on there. And the one specific guy is Glex. We know everybody heard about this. And then look, and they let him fall for only 19 bots, just like C-Dub. These guys should have went 20 plus in this draft. They did not. So Stevie got a great steal in him on that. Maybe he kind of struggled towards the later of the draft on here. You know, I haven't seen Estradios at all. EWT or Eric, another guy. But the first half of that draft, he did a great job, man.
Yeti hit it right on the nose. This is basically Team Shovelchin from the Moose days.
Wow.
Yep. This is the Shovelchin organization. I like it.
Shovelchins ain't anything to mess around with, I'll tell you that, man.
Schwartz is saying we go now.
Dangerous team over here.
Easily top 5. Now we go? Definitely, man. Top 5 team here.
All right, we got one final team to go through. I think we covered them all except for this last team called, I like this logo, Rotating Pizza Oven. And there's a picture of a cat. I love it. Great creativity. Pogs is the captain. You got Schwartzy. Welcome to the web. Blue Line King. Viz. I haven't heard that name in a long time. Link Runner and True Ben Swolo. Schwartzy, he's that guy that can carry this team. He's a phenomenal threat. Great offensive mind there. He's got Welcome to the web. He's got Blue Line King. He's got some solid D. Pogs himself is a great player. Schwartzy went 39 bods, well worth every bod. What do you guys think of this team with the funny logo?
It's a good squad, man. Pogs, veteran captain in this league, used all his bots in this draft, and he drafted a solid team, man. Schwartz going at 39. Welcome to the web, tremendous player. Availability maybe is the only question mark on that guy. Blue Line King, I think he went where he should have at 26. I don't think it was overpaid or underpaid on him. Viz, only 2. He's got a goaltender, great goaltender and link runner at 9. And then Ben Swallow came out big for Kelch's team last season as a part-time defenseman. He's full-time this season. If you match him up with Pogs, that could be a good. I think those guys could work things out well, man. Yeah. I like this team.
I'm looking at.
I like Pogs, man.
So it looks like we got.
I love pizza. I love pizza too, man.
I love pizza. Pizza's great. We got Link Runner net. So looking like probably what Ben Swallow and Webb on D, Schwartzy on forward with Pogs and Viz.
Well, he could run actually numerous lines here. He could put Webb, Schwartz, and BLK up front. That's a tremendous line, which I think he most likely will. Or he could He could go the other way. He could put Webb on D. If he puts Webb on D, then Viz will go up on the wing, and that works out as well. So I think he's got multiple options here with the squad.
Yeah, definitely some options here. Viz left wing. Okay. All right. Not too bad. All right. Well, that's the last of the teams, ladies and gentlemen. But we do have more.
Wow. Went through all 16. That's crazy.
All 16. So let us switch over to... We're going to switch over to the top lists. Okay. So we're going to go through... do you want to go through everything else and then the power rankings last? How do you guys want to do this?
Yeah, that works fine.
Okay. We're going to look at the most... Let's look at the best part-time steals first. All right, so these are your part-timers. These are the ones that on the top 5 lists. Everybody felt, I guess... the best bang for your buck. We got C-Dub on top, Gleck. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it right. Rocco, Dusty Nation, Roman 95. I probably would have put Roman a little bit higher. I think Roman's a great steal. I definitely agree with C-Dub on top. You know, that's your best. That's your creme de la creme right there. All right.
Why did Dusty only go for 2? Why did Dusty only go for 2?
Probably,
captains maybe didn't scout well.
They might not have scouted. They may not know.
And Dusty didn't. I think because he hasn't played in the season recently. So, I think he should have won definitely a lot more than that. Another guy I would mention. What about Notorious Figo? Only at 3, part-timer.
Yeah. Well, if you ask anybody but Yambag, I think they would agree. But Yambag's got some things to say about Figo. I won't mention him on here because it's kind of harsh. But Yambag had the opportunity to play with him for a season and may feel a certain way. But Figo for sure for 3. Figo's a great guy.
I love playing with Figo. I really do, I get to play with him this season. It's gonna be fun.
I'm just Yambag's had some funny things to say in the chat. But yeah, Figo for 3, sure. Veteran presence, great guy, great player.
I think even Swag, man.
Some folks feel
Swag at 6 is a good pickup too, man.
Some comments in the chat here. So yeah, a lot of people have their opinion on Figo. I like the guy. I got no problem.
But part time. Listen, I mean, for Dub and Glex to go at 19, that's the thing. That's what was the bar on here. So the other guys going a little bit below that. Rocco at 12, I think seems about right. And that's because I think C-Dub and Glex should win a lot more, even though they're part timers. I think we've seen what C-Dub did last season in the playoffs. Rocco may not have the best availability, but look, he's only playing once a week, so he could easily fit that in. So
it works.
Availability shouldn't be an issue with him.
Let's move on to the highest paid guys on the blue line there. The highest paid defenseman. So the highest number 1 is Bomber at 45, Rapid Calf at 44, Drug Monkey 42, Cougar Hunter 41, Disney Greedy 40. Now, Disney's the guy that a lot of people are vouching for. A lot of people saying this is going to be the guy that wins a lot of awards. He's going to be the guy. So, keeping an eye on him. Pressure's on.
See, this is how I feel. Anyone that has been bid at more than 40, I don't care what position. If you got more than 40 on you, you're overpaid. Hands down.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no reason why a captain should be spending already half his entire bank on one player.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot to put out on here. I mean, you look at last season's draft. There was maybe a couple, maybe 2, maybe 3 guys that went for 40 plus. This season, a lot more. Just on defense here, you got 5 guys already going 40 or over.
Well, the reason that they did is because there are so many more teams this season. That's exactly
true.
Why.
That is true. So there's a lot more bots to go around.
The market rate goes up exponentially. That's exactly what happens.
Which makes sense. If there's more teams bidding on a guy, you know what I mean?
Correct.
So, if there was less teams, less involved, so yes, you would see a lot less. Bomber, top 1, I agree. Rapid Calv was a guy going for that Norris last season, second season around here. I think that's fairly good amount. Drug maybe a little bit overpaid on Drug, but drugs demand so far. Cougar Hunter, 41. Yeah, that could have been a bit lower, but we mentioned, the market. We mentioned the number of teams and how many people wanted these guys. These guys were definitely on everybody's list. So that were drafting most, if not all, 16 captains. So.
Oh man, some brutal. This chat is brutal.
I just can't believe Hall of Fame is not on here, man. Hall of Fame did not make that, nor did Flode. They both went under 40.
Yeah, I mean, we got some.
But then you look at these guys on here. Yeah, Flode's generally not a guy that plays defense, and Hall of Fame maybe not that much people know about. So yeah, it is what it is.
All right, now we're gonna go through the highest paid forwards. We got Levens at 44, Mr. Anderson 42, along with Sauce Walker, Dutch NDK at 40, and Schwartz at 39. So these are your top paid guys up front, and it's a good group here.
And again, the big name here is Dutch Master Dutch Mock. The guy, it's his first season in how long, and so there's a lot of pressure on him right now for him to perform. The rest of these guys, I think we could say with pretty good certainty that they will perform very well. The rest of the guys on this list, so that's the only question mark over there.
Yeah. So I talked to Anderson, and he even agrees with me that he was overpaid himself. He should have gone more than 40. The sad part is everyone knew Framing wanted him, so they start bidding him up. They kept betting him up, because everyone knew he was going to take him. And that's the sad part about it. So Anderson's one of higher paid, but I think he should have gone more than 40.
Well, same thing happened with Levens. Everybody knew Mosh was going to take Levens, regardless. I think it could have even went higher than 44. But, Levens now 2 seasons in a row. His highest paid rookie last season. Now he's top paid forward. I think Schwartz should have had number 1, hands down, on here.
Yeah, Schwartz is a quality player.
And then you look at here, and NJ Ski's not even on the top 5 here, and he was one of the first guys nominated. 38 bods was like, whoa, that was high at that point. But then at the end of the draft, look,
Schwartz is your number 2 in scoring last season with 91 points. 9 shy of Flode. Yeah. So.
I think Schwartz should have been like one of the higher played on the forwards. Yeah. So he put up a great season last season. So kudos to him.
If Schwartz is going at 39, Mr. Anderson is overpaid, hands down, man.
Yeah.
All right, so let's look at what else we got here. We got some good stuff here. We got highest paid goalies. Let's go with that list next. That's a good one. Very well worth goalies. We got B Crips on number 1 with 30 bods, Lime 20, Sniper 20, Superstar 19, Chi-Town Beatdown 18.
Yeah.
And Yeti very active in chat.
And the values have gone down again because there are so many teams and there was such a large amount of goalies that were available. So their prices are driven down as a result.
Which doesn't happen.
Usually it's the opposite. Is probably the best. Is probably the best that they paid him at 30.
It's always been the opposite. Giant, Hollywood back in the day, Mike, goalies were always like that rarity. You didn't see a lot of them. Yeah. Now we got a good pool of them. As Jason Blaze said, goalies are a necessary necessity. But
I think this season here has been the highest amount of goals we've seen sign up in the league.
Recently, recent memory anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, usually you would have maybe top 3, maybe top 4, and then the rest were just, goalies that signed up. But now you have a selection to do. So, yeah, I agree with the number of bots on here. Even B Crips at 30, I think, is underpaid. B Crips, I think, should have went even more, at least 30 plus, man, 35, maybe up to that 40th range. But he didn't because, like you said, there's other goalies, other options. So once people saw a certain goalie went to a certain amount, like, I don't need him. I could get Lime. I could get Sniper on here, and they were available. So I think B Crips, like I said, even B Crips is underpaid.
Yeah.
Yeah, B Crips, solid goalie. Always that guy. Always that number. He's always on top,
Great pick for Flaming Dragon, man, to get him at 30.
Reunited with Flaming Dragon. Going to recreate some good successes here. Next list we got here. So we got interesting highest paid or best dollar menu deals. So we got Adrenaline, Gronk, Agent, Bobby Banner, and Efstradios.
You know what? I'm mad that I didn't make the list.
Like,
and I'm going to prove. You know what? I'm going to win the most improved award this year. I'm going to prove to everyone.
This is okay. This is it. You know, show them what's up.
What happens.
Right? Show them what's up.
We'll see what happens.
Use this as influence to momentum to get you going, man. Do your thing. Respect. But good luck.
I want to give a shout out to Slothmania. He went for $1 bod on there. There was a whole bunch of dollar menu guys because there's so many teams. Gronk coming in here for $1 only. Adrenaline for only $1. That's crazy, man. So there's some like full-time players even going, for the single buck. So we'll see, man. But a good amount of squad here. These top 5 dollar menu guys, man. I think Agent, Gronk, Estradios. We'll see if he's still got it. If he does, man, that's a steal for $1 on him.
All right, so we're gonna talk more about Schwartzy at the request of Pogs. We're gonna make this the Schwartzy show. No, just hell of a guy. Hell of a guy. We like Schwartz. What else have we gone through? How about I don't know. What about the highest paid rookies? That's always a good one because we had a solid rookie class last season. Who do we got this season? Well, we got Zero Pain. We got I Don't Get Tired, Glex, Chi-Town Beatdown, and Lappy. And Ovi's up there, too.
I mean, some of these guys, the way they were touted, they might have been underpaid for. So this is what happens. You get a bunch of guys new in the season, and guys, they're known quantities elsewhere or whatever, and some people did not do their due diligence, and we'll see. I mean, we'll see during the season, but some of these guys might be absolute ringers. Zero Pain, he did go for a high amount, so we'll see. But the rest of these 4, they're going anywhere from 16 to 20, and those are among the highest paid rookies, so we'll see if any of them are ringers in the very near future.
And this season is going to be very interesting to see on the rookies, especially for the players that want to get the Rookie of the Year this season, because there's just so much talent on there, part-time and full-timers for rookies. Sure. And, so we'll see who's going to be the one that flops and who's going to be the one that comes through, who's the next big thing here.
I don't know about you gentlemen. You and all you guys and I go way back. I'm really curious to see how a lot of these old names that are coming back. You got Chi-Town Beatdown, Ski, Estradios. Who am I missing? I know. Welcome to the Web. I'm really curious to see how these guys. A lot of them are coming to this league for the first time, and I really want to see how they do. I'm really hoping for nothing but success for these guys. These are some guys we played with for years. Nothing but respect for these guys. So I'd really like to see some success from these dudes. So
yeah, it's a combination of everything, Johnny, on here. New guys, former guys, old geezers. Everybody's in here, man.
I'm old school.
Yeah. Legion's still in the draft.
Legion's still here. Yeah, Legion's still there. What about? Well, we got a list here called the most overpaid.
Who we got here? Overpaid, man.
Master Shotgun.
Master Shotgun is on there for 1 BOD.
Oh man. Oh man.
Oh wow.
That hurts.
Well, we know these prices have been artificially inflated.
The
guys who wanted them, they got them, but the other captains were driving up the prices on these guys.
What do you guys think?
That's why exactly happened.
What do you guys think in the chat there, man? Should Marine Mike be on this list, man? Overpaid?
Do you think they paid too much?
Anderson should be on this list.
You don't think one bought for Mike? No.
A couple guys who we that are not on there. We mentioned Dutch. We mentioned Levins on there. Cougar, Marty, maybe even. We'll see what happens. Rapid Calf, got bid up like crazy because we knew Hergs was wanted him. He went to 44. So sometimes that's what it was, man. Once captains knew specific player was going to get somebody or wanted somebody, they bid him up, man. They went up, and a lot of guys in that 40 range. Besides Shotgun.
All right. So now
Who made these lists, man?
philosophical.
I think this was Kelch that made the list.
I don't know, man.
That might have been a Kelch list. I didn't make.
I might get fired after this broadcast.
Yeah, let's move on to the next one. I always hate.
That might be a typo. I don't know.
The typo there. We're going with the most underpaid. We got Figo, Jetty, Disnub, Viz, and K-Dog. Definitely agree with,
and Hollywood mentioned this before about K-Dog. That was an absolute steal that he went for 18 mods. And Figo too, but, there are mixed reviews on Figo or whatever. Like he's a problem child, like he's the redheaded stepchild or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But we'll see. I mean, I don't know. Viz, they did that just for you, Hollywood. They put Viz on this underpaid. But we'll see what happens, dude.
No, I completely agree with Jetty being most underpaid. I played with him in another league called XBS. He very solid forward, very good on the dot. He's not bad at net either. He's a very versatile player. The fact that his name didn't get out to a lot of captains is sad. But yeah, he's definitely underpaid. He's easily a $20-$30 player. Easy.
Yeah. I know he's only part-time, but still, man, 2 bonds, that's pretty low, man. I did hear a lot of good stuff about the guy, so, but it's good, man. When you come in as a rookie, you want to be, you don't want to be too high like that, because then, you got to perform. So he's got nothing to lose, man. At that 2-bot spot's great spot to be. We mentioned Rocco before, 12. He easily could have made this list here. Figo, yes. Look, K-Dog went almost 30 bots last season as a forward only. Now he's playing defense, what he usually does, and he went even for less, for 18. So that is a bit surprise. This snub, you check his numbers. Rookie season, tremendous, man. Why he went for only 9? Maybe he didn't scout a lot. Maybe, and it worked out for him.
Any
only
myriad
9
of things,
man. I think some guys I just want to mention that are not there. Noto, rookie, 11 bots. That's low. Roman, part-time player. Odd guy got him for a real low price. We mentioned Float earlier on. Also, I think Lappy, man. Lappy at 16 as a rookie. I think that's pretty low as well, man. Full-time player there. Defenseman. Any defenseman, especially, when you look at the defense bots here, a lot of them went 40 or close to 40 bots. When you're like at 16, under 20, that's pretty damn good, man.
Yeah. Schwartzy feeling like Gala should have been on the overpaid list. What was Gala? 2 bods, I think.
Yeah, he went one too many, Schwartz. That's why.
Schwartzy he's making his opinion felt here tonight. All right, here's a nice little list here. So we got the list that everybody, I think, everybody anticipates, everybody's waiting for, the power rankings.
Yeah. So these are by Pierre, man, the guy who
Pierre
brought you, was ranked the captains before the draft, how they're gonna do and Pierre stuff. He's got the power rankings, man. So we'll start here first from the bottom, from 9 through 16. Johnny, you want to go over these?
We got Imagination Station, the team that Mike thought he was on. Intellectual Property, Coxville Blockers, Mighty Ducks, Bandits, Doors Backpack, Game of Conduct, and the Benchwarmers. All right.
I mean, I look at this.
It's so early to tell. It's so early to tell. So this will be moving throughout the season.
These are always tough. These are always tough to do before because 2 weeks now.
Pierre told me too, man. When he was doing this, he said it was very difficult, man. He's like maybe like the top, bottom 3 or 4, and then the top, like that middle pack is really hard to grade on here. Could go either way. It's going tough. The bottom, he's a rookie, first-time captain, so I see that. And we mentioned some of the holes, mentioned the things with Dutch, so I see why. Joe above him there. Caberlet, I think Caberlet has a decent squad, though. I don't think he's going to finish up 14, but we'll see. I'm surprised with Jelly here. Mighty Ducks at 13. I like Jelly's squad, but I think maybe it's the question mark at that center spot that he brings about or that defensive side on that team. because I think Jelly has a good squad. The only one here that I really don't, I disagree with. I think Swizz. I think Swizzy's got a good squad, man. I don't think Swizzy deserves to be here at the 11th spot for Doro's backpack. I think he definitely is going to be a playoff team. Outside of that,
Absolutely.
What do you think, Mikey, man?
I'm just kind of a little salty about our ranking. We should be a little bit higher. I bet a lot of people are giving Joey some slack because he
Ace, you're
picked me.
brutal.
So
Ace is
I think he's getting a little punished on that one for the rankings. But you know what? We're going to prove to him that we're no slouch. We're going to make the playoffs and we're going to win the cup.
All right.
Ace saying Swizz deserves to be at the bottom. Ace bringing the pain tonight in the chat.
I think number 9, 10, and 11 could definitely you could definitely rank up higher. That's Flaming Dragons, Colin Ellis' team, and Swizz. I think either of those three could be playoff teams.
Yeah.
And then we'll see. We'll see how the other ones go. I mean, these are preseason rankings by Pierre. I agree with a couple of his rankings here, though. So
now are there preseason scrimmage games or no?
There
Exhibition
usually
games or
is.
not really?
Usually a couple guys. You want to run a scrim. Usually you get a couple guys. Nothing official, but you'll get some captains running scrims. Yeah, some of the
or you luckily match up with them,
or you luckily match up with them during sixes. Sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, like I said, this is going to be a tough season. We've got 16 teams. We've got a huge pool, a lot of new guys, a lot of old guys coming back. So this is going to take any shape or form. I mean, even look at, for instance, DMart Dom's team. I really like the way they look. A lot of the other guys didn't. So there's going to be a lot of different opinions, and it's going to be a lot of unknowns. It's a crazy season. It's going to be fun. Season 18, I'm looking forward to it.
I like Crazy's comment in the chat there, man.
Druck and Legs can't carry Mike's slack. They should just cut the rope. Oh, jeez. And this has been one of the most brutal chats.
Mike, they're big. They're getting on you, man.
Mike, you're getting spanked.
I'm just going to sit here and just read this and nod my head.
Don't take it personally.
And
it's all
then
good.
When I
Snapchat
get halfway through the season, I can just look down and say, "Fucking told you so."
So anybody who sent Mike a naughty, thing in chat, he's going to send you a nasty Snapchat. That's what he's going to send you. Be ready for that. Right. Do you want to move on to the power rankings 1 through 8 or 8 through 1?
So this is it. The top 8, man. Here we go.
All right, let's look at the top 8. Obviously,
what do you guys got? What do you got?
What y'all got here? 239 Globetrotters up top. Rotating Pizza Oven second, and D-Mart's team at third. Brokeback Mountaineers, now we go. Buffalo's hockey team, Eagle Fang Puckers. Odd Guys team looking at 7th here. And the Chinese Finger Traps.
Yeah. I think a fairly decent ranking here.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think it's pretty good ranking. It's decent. Okay. It's too early to tell. You just don't know, so somebody's got to do it. So shout out to Pierre for getting this out to us in a timely fashion.
And I'm going to go back to that. The whole, you got NDA. That's probably what I would have put him. I like this team a lot. I'm a big C-Dub fan. He's a heck of a player. You got a team with 700 people on the roster, so you got options. You got people to pull from. You got 2 captains who are going to work. I'm sure they're going to work together great. DMart and Dom, very reputable individuals. I think they're going to do a great job with this team. The Globetrotters, Pizza Oven, some salt. And an Odd Guy at 7th. I don't know. This is a gentleman who just won the Cup Season 17. He can put together a team. He can captain a team. He's a shutdown defenseman himself. So I probably would have had him a little bit higher, but Pierre says otherwise. I got to go, Pierre. I got to respect Pierre.
Yeah.
Respect.
I think he's got Mosh, SPDR, right, man? Top 5. Those guys, yes, I think, for sure.
Absolutely.
I liked Pogs' team too. He's got him at number 2. I don't know. That might be. I could see that, but definitely a playoff team. He's going with Pale number 1. He's going with the Ringers. So that's gonna be something to see here. He likes some Young Buff too. Yeah, I like a lot of the groupings here. and I even like the ranking numbers you put on most of these. So good job, Pierre, man. Thanks for taking your time to do that. Put that through. Maybe we'll get him to do the rankings as the season goes. After we get a week or two in, to see how these things change from the preseason ranks to the actual rankings. So if you could send that to us, that'd be great, man. I would like to
hold on to this list and let's see how it stacks up with the end result, right?
Yeah.
Always curious.
We got anything else on the topic? I think that was all the slides.
That was
right?
it.
That I sent you.
Yeah, I got to get going anyway, fellas. So it's been great, guys, and I really appreciate you guys having me on here. It's been a great honor. Yeah.
You don't got no other topic, man?
No, not tonight. Not tonight, bro.
All right.
Not tonight, man. I'm thankful. I'm thankful for the 16 teams, man. And it's crazy. I mean, we went crazy this season. So let's see how it pans out, and then we can start talking about it down the road. That's how I feel. That's how I feel right now.
Anything on the schedule? Okay. So my understanding, unless something's changed, I guess the season starts tomorrow night, right? We got our first games tomorrow night.
Yep, we'll have the end of crease tomorrow night, man. I haven't gotten the schedule. I think the captains have, or at least for opening night, or week one. Yeah. Just Sniper hasn't put him on the site because he's still updating. He told me he's got to update everything, like the rosters and all that before he can put it through. So he can't just put the schedule there and then do the rest. He's got to do everything all at once, So, but the teams have their schedule. They're definitely going to be games tomorrow night. How many? I don't know. I got to find that out.
I'm looking at it now. 3 series Monday, 3 series Tuesday, 8 series on Wednesday. 8
series on Wednesday.
Wow! What do you guys think in the chat, man? The night, like 8 series, man. Do we try to put as much as we could, or should we keep it at the 4 that we've been doing? What do you guys think, man? Because damn,
try. That's gonna be tough, but it's doable.
Can we keep up with that 8-man action? I don't know, man. Oof.
I think
can in the crease server handle?
It's gonna go.
Hey, how about this? We will pick 4 games to play for game 1, and then you stream the other 4 games for games 2, and then whatever series are the closest between each ones is what we'll stream for game 3s.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah. I mean, what Johnny has been doing, we done last season. We done like the 4 or 5 games.
I think we did 5 one night,
and then we always would sub in if, let's say, we see a game that it's not looking good or missing players.
I think that's the way to go.
Yeah, to sub that one out. Absolutely. We could always have the 4 games, and then we could have 2 separate ones on a different slide that we bring in periodically. Throughout the broadcast, but keep it mainly on the 4. We'll see. Let us know what you guys think in the chat or on Discord. Because there's definitely a lot of options. We got a lot of time before Wednesday, so
I honestly think it might just be. We did it last season, I think.
Imagine though, Johnny, 8 teams, man, all 8 teams watching that freaking Twitch stream. Oh man,
it'd be a crazy night of awesome hockey for sure. I mean. We've done it before. We could switch out, if maybe it's like last plays. I don't know. We'll figure something out. But
I know every team likes to see themselves, on the we're gonna get every team. You're gonna be in the crease multiple times throughout the season.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll figure it out. We do.
That's great. We'll see how it goes, man. I know season 16 is a lot of teams, man. A lot of players on here. Something that the league hasn't seen. And that's the thing. I mean, is 239 ready, man? Is 239 league ready? The league is growing and stuff. And, the system we have in place here for this league, can it handle the 16 teams? We'll see. We run the small rosters. We run that waiver system style, which a lot of leagues don't.
Yeah, hoping for a good season this year. Hoping, we got a lot of guys, big rosters this year. I know there's been some concerns. Are we going to have some riffraff? It's always, the chance is always there. Hopefully not.
Yeah, and the other thing is, in this league, we always play. You play each team once. You know what I mean? But with 16, here's the thing. Last season was what, 12 teams. So you played 33 game season. You know what I mean? Now you're playing 45. Is it? Yeah. 16 teams. So you play each team. You play the 15 teams 3 games. So you're playing 45. You know, does that need to at one point? Does that need to change, man? Because let's say this was last season, man. You know, you got Kurt Dog's team on there. That means we would have to play 2 extra weeks still. You know, would that have worked out? You know, that's a lot of games. Plus, you know, you had a guy like Floyd with 100 points last season in 33 games.
Yeah, what's
this season with 45 games?
What's
I think easily 10 or 15 guys could easily break that 100. You know, so. I mean, I get it. They want to play, so it's fair that every team plays each other once, you know. But I mean, NFL, you don't have that. You know what I mean? I think a lot of teams wish they played the Jets every season. You know, they don't. You know,
no offense, Joe. I know you're a Jets fan.
No, maybe next season we might get enough to get 4 more teams,
or not to play the Chiefs.
Oh yeah,
you know, the season, you know, like who wants that, you know? So does that have to change, you know? Is the waiver system going to be? I think this is season 2. Really, it's going to test this league. Can the waiver system handle 16 teams? You know, 12, 8. I think it's no problem. Especially that night that you mentioned, that 8th series going on at once. Do we have enough waivers for that? Yes. You know.
That means I might get called on them. I specified that. I want to be the last.
Or does something have to change? You know, Mikey, you mentioned. You know, what about next season? We get 2 additional teams. It goes to 18.
Yeah, if we can get 4 additional teams. We can go to what 20 captains.
A lot of guys are going to be prepared. They know they've seen what happened this season. The signups closed out early, so they're going to sign up early. You know, on there to not be one of those guys. And, you know, I think if signups didn't close early, it could have easily reached the 150 this season. You know what I mean?
Well, easily.
And if the media goes well, like it's been last season, you know, if we have another great turnout on media here this season, plus you see a lot of the players that are in the league now, you know, so when the guys looking in before was like, oh, why am I going to play in this league? You know what I mean? When I could play in LG or this team, you know, what does this? But now you look at the league, oh, they provide this. They have this guy playing in this league now. So it makes heads turn, man. I think people now are starting to realize and see what 239 is all about, man. You know, and I think as a staff, as an admin in the league, I think that's something to think about, you know, and probably to discuss at right now, you know what I mean? Before we get, not discuss that later on, but, you know, and prepare yourselves for the upcoming seasons. Because I think, you know, 18 seasons now in this league. I think any season where you have like 15 or less teams at this point, I think is a failed season, man. You know, something did not go right. We did not have the media right. We had maybe a lot of guys flaking out and stuff. Something did not go right. The system maybe wasn't in place that should have been, you know. But I think if everything goes well on here, we have another tremendous season on here. It could very well, Mikey. We'll see what happens.
I completely agree with what you said. I mean, if we want to grow as a community and make this league bigger, we need to start looking at what can we do for next season already right now. And you hit it right on the nose with that. So, I mean, I see we're making a great strides towards the future, and I'm interested to see how this goes this season.
Yeah. That's what we could do, man. That's what right now we're focusing on here. Season 18 in the crease tomorrow night, Monday night, 10 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be happening. I'm ready, man. 10 o'clock, guys. I'll see you guys when the puck drops. That's it for me, man.
That's it for me, guys. See you tomorrow. Thank you for. I agree, Dangles. I am overpaid. I'm overpaid at 0. 0 bods. Nobody want to play me on the team. Have a good night, guys.